Hey guys, I'm Pascal from Orange Pixel, and this week's video we're hang on, don't get dizzy. I'm still with you. I got a lot of stuff to mention this week, and I tried recording this week's video already 2 times before this take, and it was messy. So I need to do a better job for this take because I'm tired and I don't want to do another take. So this video is gonna be it. I'm going to create a little list for today's topic. There are a bunch of things I want to mention, and then I want to talk about all the changes I did for Space Grunts. So check the intro. I'll be right back. Right, as I just mentioned, this is the 3rd time I'm trying to record this week's video. My concentration is gone. I was awake very early, but who cares about that? I got a few things I wanted to talk about and mention, so let's create a little list. The first thing I want to mention is the merch store. I talked about this earlier this year, even last year. I was working on merchandising and caps, mugs and hoodies and all those things, and I already had a lot of stuff. I just never put it live. It was just a hurdle I had to take, and it's now live. The link is down below, and you can find stuff like this. Right, so that's the merch stuff. I'm not expecting a lot of sales. It's just basically for my own entertainment. I like having my own stuff on stuff. But if you're interested in supporting me, doing videos, doing games, everything else, this is probably the best way because you get something cool in return, and I can really recommend the bags, the mugs, and some of the caps. So go crazy. Bringing us to the second point. That's right, devlogs. These videos are great and fine and interesting, but I'm trying to keep them easy to understand for everybody. Even if you're not a game developer, then you should be able to follow everything I say in these videos, as long as I pronounce everything correctly. But I'm also doing bringing back the written vlogs. I'm adding written vlogs to these devlogs and Space Grunts. So if you go to Orange Pixel / Space Grunts 2, should be there. I'm writing and I'm going a little bit more in depth on some of the topics. So like level generators and stuff like that. There will be more code examples and things like that. So if you're a game developer and interested in the more technical stuff, check out the written versions of these vlogs. They're not the same things I talk about in this video because they accompany the video. So watch the video, then read the vlog if you want to know a little bit more of the technical stuff. Moving on to the next point on the list. The Steam page. Right. Space Grunts 2 Steam page should be available and online as you're watching this video. It's not online as I'm recording this video because I had to change a few things according to Steam, and it's now Friday. They don't work in the weekend, so I hope on Monday and Tuesday it goes live. So this video goes on Thursday. Page should be available right now. Should be in the description, a nice link. You can wishlist the game, and there's also an explanation on the early access of this game and the plans I have with it. So wishlist it on Steam. I hope the page should be live. It should be live. I'm pretty sure it will be live. By the time you're watching this, it should be live. And that brings us to the main course of this video. Space Grunts 2. Pretty much the game I'm working on, and another week has gone by and another bunch of changes has been made and improvements, and the game it's becoming something playable, which is awesome in such a short time. This week I added level exits to the game, so it's now actually possible to play a level and then continue playing into the next level and the next and the next and the next. Difficulty isn't there just yet because there are not that many enemies. I actually have a few enemies that come in later, but still there is some sort of playability there. So that's what I did last week, adding exits and colored key cards. But I did a lot more. One of the big things I wanted to add this week was a mouse support. Up to now I've been playing the game with the keyboard, and that's all fine and good, but some people like to play with a mouse. So I copied and stripped out the code from the original Space Grunts 1 and plugged it into this game, and then had to change a bunch of things because it really wasn't working. It's working right now. I even dug up an old mouse to test it. It's now working. You can click anywhere you want to go. The character will run and take the path that's highlighted, unless it bumps into an enemy or another obstacle, and then it stops walking and you get to choose what you want to do. Pretty much how it works in Space Grunts 1. It's a very quick way of walking around. Click at some hotspots and the character will rock that whole path. So pretty cool. It's in. That leaves me with just adding the gamepad controls, but those are very simple because they're basically keyboard controls, except not on a keyboard but on a gamepad. Another big thing is the interface, because I want to have a lot of information on the screen, but I still want it to be very clear. Even if you're a new gamer or just an audience member, you need to be able to understand what's going on. So some numbers need to be big, other numbers are maybe not that interesting or maybe not interesting at all. I've been mixing, matching, moving and changing and turning and rotating and deleting and adding a lot of stuff onto the interface. So I'm still not happy, still not there, but this is just something that will be ongoing as long as I'm working on the game, until I have actually all the data that I want on the screen and in a right way that it works for everybody. And my main goal is to have the interface very easy and simple if you're an advanced player or if you know the game. You don't need all the extra information, so it should be a lot faster. And if you're a new gamer that gets into the game for the first time, you need to be able to see and understand everything that's happening. So there's a lot of stuff going on there, and I'm not there just yet, but the interfaces are getting along pretty nicely. And other than all those things, I've been adding everything else. Just those are the tiny things like special effects, more sound effects, improved effects when you're shooting aliens, and a couple of new aliens. I've also started work on graphics for a second area. Not sure yet which area. I don't really have a storyline thought out for this just yet. I'm pretty sure you're on a spaceship that crashed, or you're the only survivor or something and you don't know what it was or is, or something along those lines. But I'm not sure if I want to limit it to just a spaceship, because you might have crashed somewhere with like a cave system or maybe another spaceship or a space station, or I need to come up with either a story or at least some global idea of which areas I want to add to the game. And that's really it for this week's video. I think I covered all my topics. Can't think of anything else that I wanted to say. Next week we'll be probably talking more about Space Grunts 2. I have a few plans that I'm going to be working on the rest of the day, and I'll show it to you guys next week. So if you want more technical details on the stuff I did and covered today on the game, then check out orangepixel/SpaceGrunts2, that address, and there will be a little written blog there by the time this video goes live, or maybe a few hours later. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, hang on, I almost forgot. Gunslugs Rogue Tactics is now available on Android, Google Play Store. How can I forget it? It's so important. Please, if you have Android, check out Gunslugs Rogue Tactics. I'll put the link in the description below. It's pretty amazing, and it's coming to Steam in 2 weeks. Now I think I really covered everything. See you next week. Bye.